Thank you for joining us at xm.com for the special report video. We'll be having a look at the latest Brexit happenings in the UK. I'm Christina Marujos, and joining me today is Senior Investment Analyst Rafi Boyedjian. So we saw yesterday the Supreme Court ruled Boris Johnson's prorogation of Parliament as unlawful. Of course, this takes the Brexit saga into uncharted waters. However, on the other hand, the pound seems to have liked it and spiked on the news.
That is right. We did see a positive reaction in the markets to the court's decision. The reason for that is that this makes it even more difficult for Boris Johnson to try and go against Parliament's will, such as deciding not to follow the legislation that requires him to seek an extension to the Brexit deadline, because he could once again find himself, facing court action. So the markets now think there's even less of a chance of a no-deal Brexit, and that's why we did see the pound edging higher slightly following that ruling.
Well, admittedly, Boris Johnson has had a dreadful beginning in his premiership. It appears that things are getting from bad to worse. So what else can go wrong for Boris Johnson, and what do you see happening next?
Well, things can still get worse for Boris Johnson, because we did get some indications yesterday following his response to the court's decision that he may yet decide to prorogue Parliament one more time in order to set the Queen's speech. And also he's also previously indicated that he may not seek an extension to the Brexit deadline, which would again get himself into trouble with Parliament, with the law. So there's a lot at risk still, but the big question, immediate question perhaps, is whether or not the opposition Labour Party will seek a vote of no confidence in the government, at least before the October 31st deadline. Because if the opposition parties voted in favour of a snap general election, then that would bring a host of fresh uncertainties into the political arena, because it's unclear whether or not either the Conservatives or the Labour Party would be able to win a majority should a fresh election be held tomorrow, and then we would see this Brexit uncertainty dragging on for even longer, and that would of course be negative for the economy and of course for sterling.
I see. Rafi, thank you very much for your insights.
Thank you.
Of course, we'll be on the lookout for any updates. And thank you for joining us at xm.com.